Hi, my little angels. Hi, come in, come in, come in, come in. Everyone, are you guys having trouble sleeping? All of you? Oh no. Okay, everybody find a spot and be comfortable, okay? Yeah, I have all kinds of meditation cushions, but if you fold them out, they become mats. Okay, good. Yeah, that's it. You got it exactly. Okay, and the hammocks are free. There's one there and one there, and 3 of you can fit in it. Okay, awesome. 4 if you're friendly, and the rocking chair fits 2, and it leans back. That's it. Good. Awesome. And pile on the couch and be comfortable. Okay, I want everybody as comfortable as possible, alright? Awesome. I'm so glad. Okay, does anyone want a beverage? You do. Okay, I have some lovely decaf herbal tea. Okay, what do I have? I have mint Marrakesh, and I have sweet orange and cherry blossom. Pardon? Of course, yes, I have regular as well. I have milk, honey, lemon, agave, Splenda, and sugar, raw and white. And we also have cream and non-dairy creamer. Okay, everybody help yourselves and then gather where you want to be and get comfortable. Okay, great. I see we have some new people here too. Hi, welcome. Come in. Don't be shy. We're very friendly here, and we're very, very glad that you're here. I'm trying a new setup tonight, so let me know how you like it. I'm not using my ring light. I'm just using, I'll show you these lights. And I'm using my regular stand. When I do my get ready with me, it's just a short little stand for my phone. So let me know if you like this sometimes, okay? And so new people, thank you. Please give it a thumbs up, share it. Sharing is caring. And if you're comfortable just watching, that's okay. We're just happy that you're here. But if you're comfortable commenting, please do. We love the comments on this channel. I love knowing what you think, what you feel. I love your video suggestions and ideas. I try to get them out as soon as you ask for them. But please, and definitely hit that subscribe button, please. And hello to all my returning little angels. I am so happy that you guys are here and that you constantly support me and come back, and you're so good with each other too. And when we connect like that, we take this great big world and go, and isn't that a good thing that we make it smaller? I love making it smaller. Okay guys, so I just want to show you quick my mic. I have to show it. I'm using my glitter skin that Lori sent me. And for those that watch the crafting video, my purse microphone cover. I love the sounds it makes, but I'm just going to put it out of the way for now, okay? And just put it up a bit because I understand that makes you hear me better. So, okay, so we're going to do a read to you video today. Now, you can have the lighting however you want because I read books to you that don't have illustrations. So if you want to put a sleep mask on, go for it. Just close your eyes and listen. Go for it. You want to have electric candles or battery operated candles or LED lights, go for it. You want to light a candle, don't you dare. No lit candles when you're trying to relax or rest. It's dangerous and you guys are far too important to me, okay? Promise. Thank you. Now, I read these books. This is The Chicken Soup for the Soul open this to a story that one of you, or even me, needs to hear today. Okay, good. Now, let's do our box breathing. What's that, sweetie? Okay, I'm going to explain what it is. Now, if you've been here before, our brain is our command center, and we want to send the message out to the rest of our body that it is time to slow down and relax. So we do this breathing whenever we want to rest, relax, calm ourselves. Maybe we're starting to feel anxious or panicky. We just want to stop it before it starts. Or when we just need that minute, you know, when the kids are driving you crazy, or your boss is driving you crazy, or your teachers and your parents. You need a minute for yourself. You take it. You deserve it. You've earned it. You're allowed to have a minute. And I find this really helps. So we breathe in through our nose for a count of 4. And then we gently hold it. None of this. Gently hold it for a count of 4. And then we release it through pursed lips for a count of 4. If you have difficulty doing that and you can only do 1 or 2, that's okay. I'm proud of you for trying. Okay? Okay. You're still worried? Okay, can someone help her? Beverly, you love the readings. Can you help her? Thanks, doll. Okay, ready? Breathe in. Gently hold it. And out. Awesome. You've improved so much. I remember when you could only do 1. Awesome. Breathe in. Gently hold it. And out. Breathe in. Hold it. I mean, breathe out. Okay, good. Alright, now relax your bodies. Wherever you are, melt into it. Just let yourself go and melt into it. Be good on the hammock over there. Just melt yourself into it, okay? Alright. So, Auntie Angel needs her spectacles. So, like I say, I'm just going to open it up. It may even be one we've read before. Who knows? This one is The Gift of Hope. Now, it's a short one, so we'll read more than one tonight. Now, they all start with a quotation, and this one is from Cheryl Strayed. Compassion isn't about solutions. It's about giving all the love you've got. I like that. Sometimes you can't fix a problem. You can just be there for the person. I looked down at the 2 lines on the pregnancy test, and my heart stopped. I had only recently graduated from college. I was married, but we were newlyweds, and my husband had just lost his job. I was only working a temporary position, struggling to find permanent full-time employment. Having a child was our someday plan, and that day was supposed to be many years in the future. A few weeks later, I had a bad day at work. My bus ran late. My report didn't save. I jammed the copier, and I accidentally left my lunch at home. On a typical day, these things would have been just minor annoyances at best. Since my thoughts were already consumed by the possibility of being responsible for another life while struggling to take care of myself, they seemed completely overwhelming. I started to tear up at my desk, and I made a dash for the women's restroom. Soon, I was in the middle of what could be described as a nervous breakdown. Loud, anguished, hormonal sobs, complete with mascara running down my face, I hid in the stall, but the sobbing was impossible to disguise. A handful of people entered the room, heard me crying, and left without saying a word. I didn't blame them. We've all been told that crying at work is unprofessional, even if it seems like your world is falling apart and you have no idea what to do next. Then, one older woman, to whom I'd only spoken a few times, knocked on the door of the stall and handed me some tissues. Nobody I worked with knew I was pregnant, but I told her everything between attempts to make myself look somewhat presentable. I fully expected her to imply that I was careless, irresponsible, and I'd gotten my own self into this predicament. It's the story I was telling myself, and women of her generation didn't seem to hold anything back. Instead, she gave me a hug and told me everything would work out. She said, even though I didn't think I could handle the responsibility of an unplanned pregnancy, I was smarter and stronger than I gave myself credit for. She told me that, and it was what I wanted to hear. She said I would be a wonderful mother and my baby could be the light of my life. Later that day, I found an envelope on my desk. She had written a note wishing me well, and I included what I suspect was all the cash from her purse. I cried again when I found it, only this time it was because I was relieved that someone believed that I could find a way to make things okay. One of the things I brought with that money was a small Winnie the Pooh baby rattle. My son's a teenager now, and that rattle is one of my most prized possessions. Whenever I look at it, I'm reminded that the hope comes from the most unexpected places, and it is the most precious gift of all. Dana hinders. It is true. I remember going in a washroom and hearing someone cry, and I left. And then I went back in, and I knocked, and I believe that sometimes people are put to us for a reason, and sometimes we are put there for a reason. And I don't want to reveal too much of what she said, but it was her weight, and she had had a bad doctor's report, and the doctor had not been kind. And we just sat and talked. And I said, I've lost weight, I've gained weight, I've lost weight, I've gained. And I told her, basically, she would find her way. I didn't give her advice. I didn't try to fix it. I just listened. I said that I understood. And I hope I just gave her the ear she needed. And sometimes that's all we can be, is the ear or the shoulder. You know? And sometimes that's all we need. Okay, let's find another one, shall we? I'm opening and hoping I find the beginning of one. Here we go. Oh, I apologize in advance to anyone for my mispronunciation. How I read this, a New Orleans welcome. I don't know if it's New Orleans, New Orleans. I don't know, but I say New Orleans, okay? A New Orleans welcome. And the quote is by Paul Thoreau. I can barely see the quote's very tiny. Most travel, and certainly the rewarding kind, involves depending on the kindness of strangers, putting yourself in the hands of people you don't know and trusting them. Okay. This would be our second trip to New Orleans. My husband and I were excited to return to the historical city and enjoy the music, trolley cars, fine restaurants, chicory coffee, and beignets. For several weeks, I had been checking and rechecking our vacation to-do list. In the guest room, I had placed our luggage, airline tickets, hotel reservations, and a pair of tickets to a black gospel play. Finally, the big day arrived, and we boarded our flight. It took us a few minutes to adjust to the extreme heat and humidity when we landed. Our taxi driver said his air conditioning was on the fritz, but he laughed and he promised, I will get you there as fast as I can, and you'll get a breeze. Appreciating his sense of humor, we got in and enjoyed the conversation and the ride. At the hotel, we hurried to the register, and we wanted to unpack before going to the play. Then we got a taxi to take us to the play, But when my husband read the address to the driver, he turned around and advised us, "You may not want to go there." This past week, the city had experienced a front-page racial incident that had caused quite a bit of tension. However, I'm sure the box office will refund your money under the circumstances. Not knowing anything about the conflict, my husband said to me, "You brought the tickets, what do you want to do?" After quickly thinking about it, I replied, "Well, I'm sure the cast and orchestra have put in a lot of time rehearsing, and quite a bit of money was spent producing it. We just want to enjoy the play and music. Let's go in good faith, and we'll just hope for the best." "Well, there's your answer," my husband told the driver. Sitting in the back seat, holding hands, we looked forward to the evening before us. We found the theater lobby empty, and it was quiet when we arrived. The only person we saw was in the ticket booth. As my husband slid the tickets toward him, he told us, "Half the audience have asked for a reference or just didn't show up. A refund. Do you want a refund?" "No," my husband answered. Looking hopefully at each other, we turned around and went in the double doors on our right. Our seats were down front in the middle of the 5th row. Everyone turned to look at who was entering the half-empty theater. It did feel a bit awkward, but we calmly found our seats as those already sitting in row 5 silently stood up to let us by. Fortunately, the orchestra started playing, the lights dimmed, and we forgot about the state of affairs outside in the city. The play was about the hardships of life, and they were testing one man's faith. He turned to gospel music to strengthen his feelings, but he was slowly losing his determination as Act 1 ended. My husband and I had tears in our eyes when the lights came on for intermission, and we stood up to stretch our legs. The couple in front of us did the same. Turning to us, the woman also had tears in her eyes and graciously said, "Oh my, you are truly enjoying the play." "We are," I said. "You're not from our city, are you?" "No, we are visiting here for just a few days," my husband replied. Her husband shook my husband's hand and welcomed us to New Orleans. His wife went on to explain, "We apologize for the tensions in our city today. It's usually not like this, and we hope the rest of your vacation goes well." 3 other couples around us shook our hands and welcomed us too. And then the lights dimmed, and everyone returned to their seats. The second half of the play was inspiring, as the man steadily started winning his battles in life while keeping a firm foundation in the gospel. The music was fantastic. We especially loved several of the old spiritual hymns. As the play came to an end, the audience gave the cast a standing ovation as they took their final bow. Turning to leave, we waited our turn. Several individuals smiled at us, and one gentleman waved at us. Smiling and waving back, we were happy that we had chosen to attend. The following 3 days flew by as we enjoyed another play at Tulane University, trolley rides through the Garden District, and jazz in the French Quarter. On the flight home, we reminisced about how we would never see the people who had attended the gospel play again, but because they had reached out, we would never forget them either. That made me tear up. Although our trip had gotten off to an uneasy start, the people and businesses in New Orleans made the phrase, "the Big Easy," come true for us. Brenda Cathcart Clock. I love that, guys. I really do. And it is true. We all need to reach out to each other. We're there for each other. Right? So, I do see a lot of you have fallen asleep. And for those that haven't, close your eyes. That's it. Imagine a door that you just have to